Well, boils and ghouls, here we are with another individual that really doesn't need much of an introduction. But just in case some of the ghouls at home are unfamiliar with you, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh man, you're gonna make me do this. Okay. Hi, I'm Lance Henriksen. I hate you already.
Wonderful. We're doing our job well then, aren't we? So, you have a book?
Yeah, not bad for a human. Yeah.
So give us a little bit of an insight. What's it about?
You're so bad. Here goes more terrible questions. What is your name? Why did you come to L.A.? Oranges. That's why I came. Anyway, no, it's. I've been in the business for about 40 years, so it's all about the adventure. It's pretty good. It's fun.
And a pretty incredible adventure it's been.
It has, yeah. I'm still on. I'm leaving Monday to go to Georgia to do a thriller.
Oh,
so,
very cool.
Yeah, so I don't hate you, man.
Hey, well, then I must try harder.
Oh.
I really must. So,
You can say shit because we're on the internet, right?
absolutely. No censorship on my channel. Not at all.
Shit.
So, with all your adventures over the years, is there any particular film that you're most proud of, or any particular role that really does it for you? Yeah.
Resonates. Yeah. I think I liked Powder probably the most to do because it was such a, it was such a kind of normal. It had extreme things in it about these people, but it's something nice about playing that as opposed to a bad guy. I mean, bad guys are so easy for me to play. By that I mean, no, they're not all easy. I shouldn't say that because I don't want to just play an obvious bad guy. I want to put some color into it.
Right.
But I liked Hard Target a lot. Near Dark I loved playing. That was one of my favorites. Pumpkinhead was good. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them that I liked. Every movie you do is forgotten. The last movie that you just did is the one you're resonating with because it's still part of you, you know what I mean? So even very independent films that have no budget, I've done some of those and I really enjoyed it. Really. Crazy stuff.
And you're such a great talent. I love the depth that you always bring to the character. No matter how superficial the character may seem, you always seem to bring a deeper life to it.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for that. We got a movie coming out now. It's going to direct to DVD, but it's called Cyrus. And I got to play a real kind of junkyard dog of a guy in it, and I really enjoyed it. But again, it's also the actors you're working with. I really happen to really like actors, so I believe it's a conspiracy and that we're like a tribe, as opposed to wanting to be the bride at every wedding and a corpse at every funeral. I just want to be part of something, so it works. It works. Yeah.
And what does the horizon hold for you? Anything up and coming that you're really excited about?
I have a major flick going to be directed by Joe Bauer, and it's called Ambush. And we've already started the movie, and we're waiting for more funding, and we're going to finish it. It's really a good movie. Watch for that one, yeah.
Well, definitely keep your eyes peeled for that one, kiddies. So, and as far as...
You bastards are up really late,
Of course, we're creatures of the night, yes.
Turn that goddamn computer off. I love cursing on this thing.
Well, feel free. We enjoy it very, very much.
I'm just a bad boy.
So what was it that drew you to acting in the first place?
I think I wanted to live 1,000 lifetimes. I remember. This is going to be a long, boring story, but I remember seeing Mario Lanza play The Life of Caruso, and I think I probably was about 10 years old, and I was so fucking appalled that you could tell a guy's life story in an hour and a half. I was appalled. I really was, because he's young, he can sing, he meets a girl, he gets married, he gets famous, and his neck explodes and he dies, all in an hour and a half. And I went, shit, I want to live longer than that. I mean, I want more to tell than that. So that really kind of drove me into it, that I want to live 1,000 lifetimes.
And that's a very interesting way of looking at it, and I can definitely see that point of view, though, because yeah, a person's life story can be told in a few brief moments for most people,
Yeah,
you know, and you've already lived 1,000 and hopefully 1,000 more.
I've done about 200 movies, so last year I did 11, you know, so it was, I mean, I'm a believer that you, unless you're acting in a movie, you're not an actor, you're scheming, you know, you're scheming for a job. And frankly, I don't give a shit. No, I'm kidding.
So, and
Friend, the camera.
so what's your favorite genre of film? Is it horror? Is it thriller? Is it drama?
It's all of it. I mean, I've done westerns. I've done 5 westerns, and I've done all kinds of shit. I mean, you know, cops. I've played everything. You know, not everything yet, but I mean, you know, I've played a lot. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm not particular. Of course, you know, Aliens was a definitive movie for me. Jim Cameron really launched my career by giving me that role, so that was a big deal. So I'll always be attached to that, you know. I mean,
And there's another example of a character who, you know, is a machine, but yet you bring such depth to it.
humanity, yeah, the longing to be human, the longing to be human. Yeah.
So is there any dream role that you would like to do?
Smoking. We're not only cursing, but we're smoking.
See, I always liked the talk shows in the 50s where they were drinking and smoking and relaxed, and that's what we bring to you ghouls at home. Yes, that's what we're bringing back.
Light up, but open the windows and squirt some lotion in the air, and your mother will never know.
Good tip to live by. Yes, indeed.
All right.
So is there any role that you have yet to play that you would really like to, or any type of character?
You're going to love this one. There was a potter down in Biloxi, Mississippi back in the 1800s. His name was George Orr, and they called him the Mad Potter Biloxi. And it's a true story. And I want to play that guy. I want to make the movie. So we're already working on a script and you know, trying to figure out how we're going to do it and what we're going to do. But that's my passion movie that I'll do. If I have to direct it and be in it and everything else, I'll do it. I just want to do it. You know, it's one of those things, man.
And with your passion, I'm sure it's going to be just amazing. So
it'll be funny. It's a funny guy. He's a very funny guy. So right now we're doing. Excuse me. I need another cigarette. We're doing a movie right now, and it's called Bring Me the Head of Lance Henriksen, and it's a comedy, and it's about ageism in the industry. You know, once you're past 40, your chances of getting a job becomes less and less and less. And so it's all about that, and we got Tim Thomerson starring in it, and we're having a ball doing it. Really funny shit. It's all improvised, the whole thing.
oh, I bet that's just amazing.
It is. It's really fun.
So
You notice he's calmed down? He's absolutely calmed down. I've lulled him into calm. I don't know how that happened.
it's a false sense of security, I think.
When he first started, I didn't like him. Now I like him.
I go on people like a fungus.
You do. You do. It's like if you live a fungus. You smoke? You want one?
Sure, absolutely, absolutely.
American spirit, but we do not promote anything on this show, right? You told me that when we started.
Yes, we don't specifically promote anything.
Right. Except my book, Not Bad for a Human. If you go on notbadforhuman.com, you'll find it. But I'm not here to promote notbadforhuman.com. I mean, I'm not.
So that was notbadforhuman.com, not .net or .org. It was .com.
Notbadforhuman.com. That's it. Thank you, buddy. You'll enjoy it.
So speaking of aliens and how wonderful that film was, of course. How was that experience working on that set? Was it a pretty intense set, or was it kind of a lighthearted set?
It was very lighthearted. I mean, you know, it was a work ethic set. I mean, you don't mess around when you got that kind of budget and that kind of people depending on you. But in terms of how we were when we left the set, and you know, we shot it in London, so we all had like apartments over in Chelsea, and they were shooting Full Metal Jacket at the same time, and so we all kind of always had parties together and had fun. I mean, it was a great moment in history in a way for us, because CG hadn't come in and everything that was done for real. You know, it wasn't. We had big drop ships, and we had that big, you know, that big tank that we drove around, and all that stuff was real. So it was a different era in movie making. We're not standing in front of green screen, you know, which is okay. That's okay.
Well, that's my favorite type of filmmaking is the practical effects, and you know, growing up watching making of specials and stuff, seeing the gorgeous elaborate sets. I would think as an actor it would be not necessarily easier to get into character, but maybe you can get further into character when it's there instead of being in front of a screen.
You know, another part of it is a little intimidating, actually. But the other aspect of that that's really interesting is that you have a tremendous kind of support from that kind of environment. It's supporting you. It's like you say, it's making you believe. But it's a different feeling. It's a very. I hope you experience it sometime. It's incredible when you walk on a set and the budget is $200 million, and you're going, we got to live up to this. You know, I mean, it's you don't fool around. You really got to devote yourself to it. You know, there's a buddy of mine has a great saying. There's a difference between commitment and involvement. You know, commitment is involved is the chicken that just lays an egg if you're having breakfast, but the pig is committed. I mean, you know, you're having bacon. So anyway, that's the big thing.
I like that. I like that. But let's let me ask one other question. Out of the 200 films that you've done so far, is there one that sticks out as just the rotten egg of the bunch?
There's more than one of those. I call those alimony films, where you really need to do it because of your bills and your alimony.
It is a truth, ladies and gentlemen. It is a truth.
But it's a good way to make a living. It's a good way to pay our alimony in a pinch. But it all comes like a kiss in the dark. You don't know when a movie's going to happen, or how it's going to happen, or who it's going to come from, or why, or all of that. You know, so it's a kiss in the dark. So occasionally an alimony film will come up. I don't want to mention any names, because you know what, everybody puts their heart into it, even if it fails. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I've done a few of those, and there's another group of films I've done that I call jet lag movies, where you're going to Eastern Europe to make a movie, and you get off the plane after flying halfway around the world, and you go to work that afternoon. You don't even know your name, you know, let alone, you know, what the hell am I doing? You know, so it's funny. It's a funny business.
It's definitely, as you said, it's an adventure.
It is. It's all an adventure, man. There's another good saying is the only way a turtle can move forward is to stick its neck out. You know, so.
Again, more advice. This is the advice section of the Darkest Hours. These are words to live by, wisdom to live by,
and it's free.
So, any last words for our viewers?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna make him hate me again.
He's doing fucking Basil Rathbone here. Any last words for our viewers? You kill me, man. Yeah. Go to bed.